Hi, this is Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches, and today I was going to talk a little bit about my New York trip and show you what I was knitting while I was in New York and talk about a little future plannings. Just in case you're new to the channel, because I've seen I've gotten a lot of subscribers. My name's Summer and I do crochet and knitting videos. Initially when I made this channel, it was going to be like a crafty channel, so you can see in early on I had some videos about painting on wine glasses, wire flowers, and so do-it-yourself type crafts. But as my audience grew and as the people I met started, chatting and commenting, it's kind of turned into like 80% crochet, 20% knitting, 100% yarn talk. So thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching. Just leave comments about future videos you'd like to see, and I'll try to make some of those too. So I just went to New York for 4 days and it was great. My husband stayed home with our kids. I got to hang out with some ladies, and really we were just visiting family. My grandpa lives in New York, but there's always room to sneak in a little fun, right? One of the days we went to some wineries in New York, so I thought I'd bring a brochure. We went to Lucas Winery, and this is some of my favorite wine, one day. And then another day, I'm seeing if I can find a good picture of this place. We went to, this winery. This is a restaurant that's like overlooking the vineyards in a field. And then right next to the restaurant, they have, I can't find a picture of it. Well, they have a little wine shop. There's another picture. So it was really nice. So we got a little wine. My Aunt Heather is also a knitter or a crocheter. So bringing knitting is not unusual. On the airplane ride, I was working on, I just want to get the name of the pattern right. I'm still newly shocked. I've been working on this for like a month. Easy goes it. I've been working on this asymmetrical shawl. Right now I'm in this lace section. To be fair, I did stop for a while and work on a baby blanket. That one that I used in the How to Soften Red Heart video. That did take me 2 or 3 days, and so, whew, I got a tangled mess. So I stopped working on this so I could get that baby blanket done before I went to New York, and then I started working on the shawl. So this is the shawl. As you can see, I'm in that lace bit up front. This must be the wrong side. You can see those ugly bits on that side. Sorry, folks. So here we are. And then from the end, I just have this lace part to do. And then here is some of that ribbing, which I don't know if you can really see the texture in it. It's there'll be one line to pop out, and then it's flat, and then one line to pop out. And then down here is also supposed to be that lace section, but I realized when I was doing this part up here that I did this section wrong. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure what I did. I had difficulty because it would say knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over. And so then when I got to the next row, I was supposed to knit straight across, and I had difficulty knitting the yarn overs. So I started doing this like weird twisty thing. Rather than looking it up, I just kind of winged it and made something up. So that is, let's see here. This is how long it is so far. It's going. I really do love the yarn. Yep, so there we are. I think I have something like 100 rows of this to do, because I think in the picture it looks like there's like 4 inches. So that is what I'm doing. The Easy Goes It. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and a bit ago I mentioned that I was making this, and I had linked in the description the link to this free pattern. So that is my knitting that I've been working on. While I was in New York, I of course had to buy presents for everybody, and one of the things that I got myself was this cute little bag, and it says, "My naughty little bag." So So I thought that was kind of funny. And naughty is spelled weird because of nautical, not naughty as in you're sassy. But then also I thought because knitting and crocheting is kind of like knotting yarn, as my nephew Todd once told me. But it's from Lucas Vineyards in the Finger Lakes. So I thought that was a cute little project bag. And it's also a cooler bag. And in here I have the pattern that I printed off from the Lions site, which is free, and I'll put a link in that just in the description below for their new shawl in the cake. And you remember a few videos ago I mentioned the new shawl in the cake that they had, and the Lions new, not the mandala, but their new cupcakes, which I guess from what I've found from wonderful viewers making comments and watching other folks, it is the same yarn. They're just rebranding to cupcakes. That's all they're doing. So I plan on making this pattern. It's a knitting one, easy level, so that should be good. Nothing too difficult on this. Working garter stitches, and then yeah, it's just really simple back and forth. So that's what I'm doing with this Sun Sensation. And I've decided, because so many people seem very enthusiastic about it, I will be giving it away. So after I'm done knitting it, and as you remember from this one, it's going to take me a couple months because I'm not a super fast knitter, that I will give the Sun Salutations knitted shawl as a giveaway. So that's what I've got here, folks. This is kind of like a recap to kind of like bring some things in together because I was away for 4 days. I had to unpack. So a little update on my knitting that I'm still working on, but I think I should have done in about a week. The next project, the Sun Salutation shawl for the giveaway. And then, yeah, the pattern. I'll put the link in the description for this pattern, the Easy Goes It, and then I'll have one for the shawl, the Lion brand one. Both of those are free patterns. Yeah, and then the other thing I was going to say, if any of you happen to be in the New York area, I don't know, my cousin over there has opened up her own boutique, and I got to help her work in the store one of the days. And she gave me some free product, so it was really nice. I got a bunch of some skirts. It's kind of like skirts and shirts and jackets and shoes and purses. So if you live anywhere near Elmira, Ithaca, Kenley Row is the name of that store, so you can stop in and see her. Yeah, so that's what I did in New York. Shopped, worked, and drank some wine and knitted. It was a very lovely trip. My next video I'm going to try to do either tonight or tomorrow night when my children are away from me will be a tutorial on the Never Ending Wildflower. A few videos back I put a link to the pattern, which is also a free pattern, and somebody had made a comment that they were not able to find a tutorial on how to knit and that she could not read patterns. Because it is a growing pattern, I can do 5 or 6 rows, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to pick that up. So if that is something that you're interested in, the cakes work really nice with the Never Ending Flower. Because of the way they fall, you'll have your center color, which is usually what I start with on the outside of the cake, because that last color on the outside of the cake is usually a little smaller. And so that usually works really nice for the center. And then as the petals grow, you'll have 2 or 3 rows in one color, and then it changes to the next color, and it makes a really pretty flower. So if you are wanting to follow that tutorial, go find yourself a cake. Previously I used the pinwheels from Hobby Lobby. I think for this one, I don't know what I'll use. Maybe I'll use the rest of this cake. This was a mandala baby. And as I've said before, I can't remember if it was unicorn or pixie. Or maybe I'll use, because if I have a sweet roll in there, because I do remember the mandala or the Lion brand cupcakes, whatever they're going to be calling them now, they're like a 3, a DK weight. And the pinwheel or the sugar wheel that I use from Hobby Lobby is a worsted weight, and it's kind of like a puffier one. So I do recommend using the worsted weight. At one point I used a big cake. I think I ran out of that. But you can also use any worsted weight yarn and change the colors as you will. But I do really like using the cakes because it's a flower. It has more organic look when the petals change mid-flower, because nothing in nature is exactly perfect. And so they look really nice in it, to use the cakes for the never-ending wildflower. So I hope to have that one up, made either tonight or tomorrow, and loaded up by Sunday or Monday. And then I'll be back to being able to do 3 videos a week. Just this New York trip kind of made things a little difficult. So thanks for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I am super excited to start getting to know you all in the comments and chat with you. And please like and share my videos whenever you have the chance. Other than that, happy crafting.